up, everybody? Okay, so this video is going to be for the 14th, and I'm probably going to be going into the 15th hour. I just came back from the store. Really went just for this, some half and half, because we ain't got no milk. And then for dinner, I thought I'd give these a try. Publix brand, which is like the private label or the store brand. These upside down spicy Jamaican patties. I'm gonna throw those little bad boys in the deep fryer probably later on. Maybe Mariah might want one. I always make sure I grab, like, these are forks and then these are spoons, so that when I pack Mariah's snack in the morning, if something, you know, I always make sure there's a napkin. Oh yeah, the napkins I'll keep up here, so you know, depending where I go, depending what kind of napkin I get. I try to stock up. I know they sell them, but hey, when you have your income is zero, the only charity you can afford to donate to is you. I want to take the umbrella so bad because it's so much sun outside right now, but I'm not going to, because I'm gonna rough it out. And I'm not gonna bring any tobacco either because Mariah don't care for it. I should have drank some water. Don't have much to share, so all I'm gonna do is just get right to the point, which is the purpose of the video. Whomever it might be watching, please subscribe, hit that bell so you get notifications on your feed. Like, I know there's not much to like, but I would appreciate it. And I have to find that quote that I found, but you know, life in itself is essentially art. So if you guys have any feedback on me, you know, and it's hard, not just for other people, but for everybody, for me as well, to take constructive criticism. It's always best when you're going to give someone constructive criticism they say to maybe say start with yourself first. Say something like if I tell Mariah that she's not rounding to the tenths correctly, because her math right now, she's doing decimals, rounding to the tenths and to the hundreds. So I could say something like, honey, daddy always had a problem, and I still do sometimes, rounding to the hundreds, but I was always able to round to the tenths. I see you're excellent at rounding to the hundreds, but at the tenths you need to pay a little bit more attention. You know, if you say it like that, it doesn't come off as harsh. But if you say something like, well, this is simple, you should be able to do this, you know, that's what causes people, like my queen, she took something that I said in a video as if I was trying to offend her, but that was not it at all. My main concern, and I'm sorry to say this, is Mariah's well-being. Kimberly, you're a grown woman. I'm here to support you and help you as much as I can for now. You know, as long as it doesn't get in the way or it makes me digress in my recovery, I will give you however much support you need, and I'm available to give. But my number one priority is our child. She is a child. I don't know if you recall your childhood, but children always come first. That's why that's why states put emphasis on educating them, because that's when their minds, that's when they're very, like perceptive, they're very, what is it that I said that Mariah is? they apprehend things. But really, schools are designed mostly to churn out people that obey orders, that are punctual, are show up on time, don't miss school days, don't miss work, and can do basic functionalities. When you go through high school, which I didn't, but I did get my GED, and I almost scored high enough that I would have been able to get a scholarship for like a community college. I was less than 10 points away. I think it was maybe like 300 the threshold, or 400, one of the two, and I got like a 292, or if it was 400, I got like a 392. I was like maybe 8 points away. If I would have just gotten those 8 points, I would have gotten whatever. But now, essentially, since I'm homeless and poor, I did use up my my FAFSA a couple times when I was an active drug abuser, and I don't know if I'm able to get it again. I may be able to, because it's been more than 7 years, but I'd have to make sure I'm ready to commit. I am committing to our daughter's homework, that's for sure. So like, even like last night when she went in to take a shower, she said she was done with her homework. I still went into her book bag to see what she was learning. Even it's even helpful for me as a person, because anything that you can do, even if it's something like a simple like procedure, like in mathematics, like if it's arithmetic math, not algebra, it could be something you haven't done in a while, and if you see it for the first time, or like if you see it and you practice it, that actually stimulates that part of your brain that you had used many years ago when you learned it. So it's actually helpful for you. It's a helpful mind exercise. She had her spelling words, but she pretty much did that on her own. She had to do it through a power slide thing. Technology has definitely changed the way that we learn, and that we like writing is not a thing. I used to write a lot. When I worked at a doctor's office, you have to write down everything that happens, because if anything ever goes wrong, the only way anything ever happened if it was written down. If it was written down, it's like it's never happened. So that's one thing that I learned. Every single time I finish a task, obviously I had so much work, I can't sign my name after everything, so I got used to just putting my initials after everything. That way, when we have now in like doctor's offices, everything's in a lot of them have gone to the cloud. They pay services, because when you own a practice, essentially you have to actually pay an IT company for a program just to be able to manage your patients. And when I mean manage your patients, I mean manage their basic info, which is, just like their name, date of birth, address, phone number, email, and social. Manage their medical history. That way you're aware of any things that they have, which may be a factor to something that they might have at the current moment. And then also the list of their medications, because some of the medications cause side effects. Medicine is very complex. That's why that AI doctor has already gotten more advanced than regular doctors, because for a regular doctor to be able to process all of the knowledge that we have learned since, like, let's just say, there was a video by Jake Trance. It was more of a commercial, but in the beginning he told a good story about I think the guy was from like Hungary, and there was 2 words where women gave birth. The women with monies, they went to the ward where it was male doctors, because they were males. They were more respected in their profession at that time. And then the women who did not have monies, they had to go to the ward where it was midwives that would give birth. But the midwives, all the like the majority, like 9 out of 10 women in the men's ward, which were the women with money, ended up getting like sick and died, as opposed to the women's ward where they were all surviving. So you gotta watch the video. He gets more into detail. He starts like thinking up of what it could be. Think about it. This is like the 1800s, like between early 1800s, mid 1800s, I think, or actually maybe between mid 1800s to late to the turn of the century, going into the 20th century. Yeah, because some of the stuff. One of the women in the video is very interesting, because it talks about how the American Medical Association, how it's actually in their best interest not to provide preventive care, because then that will just give less work to the doctors, but for people to actually get sick, because then that keeps the doctors with a steady line of work, and it keeps patients incoming. So they rather treat you than help you with preventive care, according to this video, which I put a link to it in the other thing. Anyways, I'm at the school. I don't want to record other people, so I'm gonna stop the video now. So please subscribe and like. I would really appreciate it. Thank you. And please consider joining my our Patreon, because essentially I'm just a foundation of what I'm trying to start, a little family. So I know I should have started, like, my dad was how many years younger than me? 35 years younger. But it's never too late, and never give up. All right, thanks so much for watching. Peace and love. Ciao. Open it and close it. But I can't really see the happy face. There it goes. That's pretty. I like that.